What I'm about to tell you will change the way you see yourself. Everything you've been taught about being good is a lie. Kindness alone does not protect you. Generosity without strategy can make you weak. It's time to learn how to turn your goodness into your greatest strength. You've been told your entire life that being good keeps you safe. You've been taught that kindness earns respect, that generosity builds loyalty, that honesty guarantees trust. But what if everything you believe about goodness is a lie? What if your kindness is the very thing putting you in danger? What if your good heart is the reason you keep getting hurt? This video will challenge everything you think you know about being a good person. Because goodness, when used blindly, can destroy your life. It can ruin your relationships. It can sabotage your success. It can make you an easy target in a world full of predators. Think about this for a moment. Have you ever been overlooked at work because you were too helpful? Have you ever been taken advantage of because you said yes too often? Have you ever felt unappreciated, drained, or disrespected despite trying your best? If the answer is yes, you're not alone, and it's not your fault. Society has trained you to believe that being endlessly good makes you powerful, but the truth is far darker. Unconditional kindness signals weakness to the wrong people. Unlimited generosity turns into entitlement. Saying yes too often teaches others to expect it from you. Your goodness becomes invisible, your boundaries disappear, and the world begins to treat you like a tool instead of a human being. In this video, we're going to expose the hidden dangers of being too good. We're going to reveal why people don't respect kindness, they weaponize it. We'll show you how to transform your goodness into strength instead of sacrifice. This isn't about becoming cruel. This isn't about hurting others. This is about protecting yourself. This is about being good on purpose, strategic, powerful, respected. Because in a world full of wolves, blind goodness makes you prey, but strategic goodness makes you a leader. And today, everything changes. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn will transform the way you move through the world forever. You probably know someone who is incredibly kind, the type of person who always shows up when others need help, the one who gives without hesitation, the friend who never says no. But ask yourself this: do people actually respect them, or do they simply rely on them? Being good often turns you into the person everyone uses when it's convenient, not the person they admire or protect. Why does this happen? Because constant kindness communicates something dangerous. It tells people that you won't fight back. It tells people you will always sacrifice yourself. It tells people you are safe to exploit. Goodness without limits becomes an open invitation for others to take more and more. You become predictable. You become easy to manipulate. And once people realize you will keep giving even when it hurts you, they stop caring about your well-being. Think about workplaces. There is always someone who stays late, helps everyone, and covers the team's mistakes. But when a promotion comes up, leadership picks someone else. Why? Because the helpful one looks like a follower, not a leader. Their kindness gets mistaken for weakness. Their willingness to serve is seen as a lack of ambition. People don't see their heart. They only see someone who can be pushed aside. It's unfair, but it's reality. When you never set boundaries, people assume you don't have any. When you never show your strength, people assume you don't possess it. Even predators in nature look for animals that won't fight back. Humans aren't much different. If you behave like prey, someone will treat you like prey. So what's the solution? You must become unpredictable. You must show that you can say no. You must prove that you have teeth, even if you rarely use them. Kindness is a gift, but like any valuable resource, it must be protected. Goodness is powerful only when people understand it's a choice, not a weakness. The moment you allow others to take advantage of you, your goodness stops being admirable and becomes a liability. Remember this: you deserve respect, not exploitation. And respect comes from strength, not endless sacrifice. Giving feels good in the beginning. People thank you. They praise you. They tell you how amazing you are. But over time something shifts. Your generosity stops being special. It becomes expected. What once felt like a gift becomes your responsibility. And the moment you pause or pull back, people get upset. They don't remember the times you said yes. They only notice the one time you say no. The applause fades, and entitlement takes its place. This is the generosity trap. The more you give, the more people believe they deserve it. The more you support someone, the more they rely on you, instead of learning to support themselves. You become their solution to every problem. And when people become dependent, gratitude disappears. Human psychology works like this. We quickly adapt to good things. We normalize the help we receive. Kindness becomes invisible when it is always available. Think about a friend who always pays for dinner. Everyone appreciates it the first few times, but eventually, nobody even reaches for the bill. If that friend ever asks someone else to pay, suddenly they're being difficult. Or consider a co-worker who always takes on the extra workload. At first, they're celebrated as a team player, but eventually, people just expect them to do the work. If they push back one day, they're labeled selfish or uncooperative. Generosity can create resentment in the very people you help, because when comfort becomes the norm, any change feels like a loss. And who gets blamed for that loss? The person who gave the comfort in the first place. Harsh, but true. So, how do you escape this trap? You must learn to give with intention, not constantly, not automatically, not to everyone. Help those who appreciate it. Give in ways that empower, not enable. Let your generosity be meaningful, not mindless. When you make your kindness rare, it regains value. When you protect your energy, people respect your boundaries. Remember this, your giving should build you and others, not drain you until there's nothing left to offer. People judge what they see, not what is true. They care more about your image than your intentions. The world rewards those who appear strong, confident, and in control, not those who are endlessly nice. This is why powerful individuals understand something most good people don't. Virtue must be displayed strategically. Kindness must be seen at the right moment. And toughness must appear when respect is required. If you show only softness, people assume you have no strength. If you show only strength, people assume you have no heart. The real power comes from balancing both. Imagine a leader who tries to keep everyone happy. They avoid conflict. They constantly compromise. They allow others to take advantage just to stay liked. That leader will quickly lose control. Not because they are bad, but because others do not take them seriously. Now consider a leader who is calm and pleasant most of the time. But when a line is crossed, they enforce boundaries without hesitation. That leader earns respect. People trust that person, because strength lies beneath the kindness. This is the mask of virtue. It doesn't mean being fake. It means knowing which part of yourself the world needs to see in each moment. Sometimes true goodness doesn't look gentle. Sometimes protecting others requires being firm. Sometimes doing the right thing requires making someone uncomfortable. A surgeon must cut to heal. A teacher must challenge to help a student grow. A parent must set rules to keep a child safe. Good intentions are not enough. They require strong action. Anyone can look kind, but not everyone can protect their kindness. You can have a heart full of love and still draw hard lines. You can be generous and still say no. You can be compassionate and still command respect. When you show people only one side of yourself, they will define you by that side. So show them your strength as well as your kindness. Let them see your warmth, but never forget to show your armor. The most respected people are not simply good, they are good with power. Every yes you give costs you something. Every favor you agree to takes time and energy away from yourself. Most good people forget this simple truth. Your personal resources are limited. If you give them away freely, you eventually run empty. And when you're drained, you can't help anyone, not even yourself. People who never rest become exhausted. People who never stop giving become resentful. People who never protect their time lose control of their lives. This isn't selfishness, it's self-preservation. Imagine an airplane emergency. You are told to put your own oxygen mask on first, not because you matter more than others, but because you can't save anyone if you can't breathe. Life works the same way. You cannot keep saying yes while your mental and emotional health collapse. You cannot keep lifting others if your strength is fading. You cannot keep giving if you never receive. People may call you selfish when you finally prioritize yourself, but the truth is this: saying yes to everything means saying no to your goals. Saying yes to everyone means saying no to your dreams. You must learn to spend your generosity wisely. Choose where your time goes. Choose who deserves your energy. Choose what aligns with your purpose. No one else will protect your boundaries for you. If you don't guard your value, others will drain it without hesitation. They won't even notice the damage being done, because to them, your giving feels free. But to you, it has always come at a price. Strong people know when to stop. Strong people know when to step back. Strong people know that rest is not weakness, it is fuel. When you protect your energy, your kindness becomes more powerful. Your yes becomes more meaningful. Your impact becomes greater. You are not here to be a bottomless resource for others. You are here to build a life that matters, to help with purpose, to give with intention, to serve without sacrificing your soul. Guard your strength, because your strength is what makes your goodness unstoppable. Being good is not the problem. Being unguarded is. Kindness should never be a default setting. It should be a strategic move, a weapon you choose when the situation calls for it. Because kindness without direction leads to weakness, but kindness with strategy leads to respect. Real power comes from using your goodness intentionally, not constantly, not automatically, but purposefully. This means choosing who you support, choosing when you help, choosing how much you give. Imagine a sword. If it hangs on the wall, it protects no one. But if a skilled fighter wields it at the right moment, it saves lives. Your goodness is that sword. In the wrong hands, it gets dull and misused. In your hands, sharpened and protected, it becomes unstoppable. Strategic kindness creates real impact. It gives strength to the right people. It builds relationships that are balanced, not one-sided. It ensures you receive respect, not exploitation. Before you say yes, ask yourself 3 questions. Does this support my goals? Will this drain me or empower me? Will this person value what I give? If the answer is no to any of these, then the real act of goodness may be saying no, because every yes carries a cost, and every no protects something important. Think of admired leaders in history. They weren't kind to everyone. They weren't soft with injustice. They weren't afraid to make tough decisions. Their virtue was selective, powerful, and protected. They used kindness where it created change, not where it would be wasted. You can do the same. When you give, give with full strength. When you support someone, support them with intention. When you show compassion, do it from a place of power. This is how you transform goodness from a weakness into a force that shapes the world around you. Strategic kindness is not less kind. It is simply smarter. It is the kind that survives. It is the kind that changes lives. This is your reminder. You are not weak for having a good heart. You are not naive for wanting to help others. You are not wrong for believing in kindness. Your mistake was only one thing. You forgot that your goodness deserves protection. You forgot that your time has value. You forgot that not everyone deserves a seat at your table. But now you remember. You remember that boundaries do not make you cold. They make you clear. You remember that saying no does not make you harsh. It makes you honest. You remember that protecting your peace is not selfish. It is necessary. From this moment on, you choose differently. You choose relationships that feel balanced. You choose conversations that respect your energy. You choose environments that help you grow. The people who truly care will celebrate this transformation. The people who only used you will fight against it. Their reaction reveals their intentions. Let them reveal themselves. Let them show you who they really are. Your life is no longer a place for one-sided loyalty. No more giving without receiving. No more self-sacrifice just to keep others comfortable. You are stepping into a version of yourself that honors your time, your power, and your heart. Not everyone will like this new chapter of your life. That is proof you're writing it correctly. You were not born to live small. You were not designed to be silent. You were not created only to serve. You were meant to lead your own life. You are meant to rise without asking permission. You are meant to protect the parts of yourself that make you rare. This is the beginning of a stronger you, a wiser you, a you that loves deeply, but never at the expense of your own soul. Keep your heart open, but keep your boundaries strong, because your kindness is powerful. And now, finally, it is protected.